everyone, welcome back. It's Jouer here. In today's video, I'm just gonna try on some newish products that I recently purchased. So if you guys would like to see my first impressions and try on of these new products, then please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. Alright, so to get started, I already do have my foundation on because I don't have the new foundation. So I do have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation on in the shade Natural Beige, if you're curious. And then the first item that I actually am trying for the first time ever is actually this Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I did pick this up in my Ipsy Gen Beauty in San Fran in, was it July? So this is actually the first time I'm going to be trying it. I did pick up the shade 5 just because I have like black hair, so I did want something that was going to match it. So I'm going to go ahead and try that on today. First of all, I just wanted to say that the packaging is very luxurious, like it's metal, it feels very sturdy compared to other brands. So one side has the spoolie and then one side has the Precise Brow product. And I like these type of brow pencils because they're very small and precise, and I'm able to get those very, very small strokes, and it's very easy to handle as well. I'm back from finishing off my brows, and honestly I feel like this product was so easy. I love the formula. It's not too waxy, it doesn't pull, and I feel like I don't have to use a lot of pressure when I'm doing my brows. I do feel like this shade is like perfect for me. So for first impression, I really like this Precisely My Brow from Benefit. So continue on with eyebrows. I'm gonna also go in with this Benefit Highbrow highlighting pencil. And I believe this is like to help highlight, kind of clean up your brow. So I don't typically do this part, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it today just to try this. So I'm just gonna kind of clean up underneath my brows. And this looks like it has like a little pink tint to it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go in with a flat brush and kind of just smear out the product just to get that very, very good definition. Like cut right there. But it looks good. I like it. You can even go on top too if you want, but I'm not gonna do it. I feel like you can even put this all over your eyelid if you want to use it as like your primer. Alright, so for first impression, I really do like this as well. I don't know if I'm gonna continue using it as often, just because I typically don't clean up my brows, and if I do, I typically go in with a concealer. But for first impressions, I think it's pretty good. Alright, moving on to eyes. I'm going to go ahead and use the Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette. I did purchase this when it first got released. So as you can tell, there's only 5 eyeshadows in here. So there's really not a big range of eyeshadows to choose from. So the look is going to be pretty obviously bluish purple. So the first shadow I'm going to pick up is this matte like cream shade right here. I think this is great for transition. Go into this purple shade right here in the middle, and I'm just gonna put that on the outsides and create sort of like a halo effect, and that's super pigmented. Forgot to do concealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and try the new Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and I picked up the shade Light Beige. Let me go ahead and do my concealer. I'm gonna just put some underneath, right there, in the middle, down the nose, and just on my chin. So I feel like this is actually a really good shade of concealer for me, just in case you're those who have like similar skin tone, or for those who use the same foundation shades that I do. So I typically use the foundation shade in Natural Beige. So that concealer is actually full coverage. I don't feel like it's heavy at all from first impressions. I think it does a good job of like covering up some of my dark circles. It's pretty good. No complaints. Let me go ahead and set that down. I'm still using the ColourPop No Filter setting powder. This is the translucent one. Alright, now I'm done with the concealer. I'm gonna go back into the eyeshadow palette. I can't believe I forgot that. I hardly ever forget my concealer, but I'm going back into that middle shade right there. kind of cleaning it up since I kind of messed it up with the concealer. Right, so there is that one. I'm gonna go into the more vibrant, like plummy, deep purpley shade right here, and I'm just going to further deepen that. Then I'm gonna go ahead into this deep blue shade right here, and I'm just gonna put that right in the center of my eyelid. Well, you know what? Let's actually go ahead and put it a little bit on the outsides, on the inner, but I'm gonna save that middle one just for that sparkly shade right there, just so that it has that hint of sparkle right in the center. And I'm gonna pick that up with the dry flat brush first, just to see how it works dry, and it looks like it actually picks up a really good amount. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue creating that halo. So I'm actually very impressed with this shimmer shade. Like, I don't have to like wet my brush. I'm pretty sure if you were to wet it or you go in with your finger, I'm pretty sure that it'll be even more intensified, but I'm really impressed. It's actually doing pretty well just dry. Alright, then I'm just going to turn the brush around. I'm going to go into this shimmery, kind of champagne-y golden shade right here. And I'm just gonna put that right in the center. And same thing, I can tell like on the brush, like it's picking up a really good amount. Alright guys, so that's it for the upper eyelid. I need to go ahead and finish my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go back into like this brown like camel shade right here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do my entire lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go back into this plummy shade right here. This one's actually a little bit more muted compared to this one. This one is definitely more vibrant. I'm gonna go into the middle one and actually just go ahead and do my outer like 1/3. And then I'm gonna go back into this vibrant, more plummy shade right here, and I'm just gonna further deepen that outer corner. And I'm just gonna drag it in just to diffuse the shadow. So for my first impression on the Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette, I think that it is good quality. For $25, I think it's worth it if you like this color scheme. Obviously, if you're gonna get a lot of use out of it. The only thing, like I said, this is a mini palette, so there's definitely less product. For me, it definitely was one of those first buy just to try out the formula from Natasha Denona. I think now that having my first impression, I think that the shadows are nice, but I don't feel like they're out of this world. But if Natasha Denona continues making more mini palettes, and obviously if I like the color scheme, I will continue buying. I do like the formula. I just feel like for the big size palettes, like over $100, I just don't feel like it's worth it as of right now, especially from a consumer standpoint. I just feel like there's so many other good brands out there that just have the same, or maybe like you have to work a little bit harder, but it's not anything significant that I feel like the big full-size palettes, like the over $100, are worth it at this point. Alright, so moving on, I'm trying this Essence Eyeliner Pen. This is the extra long-lasting one, but in case you guys are curious, this is what it looks like. And it looks like it has a felt tip. I'm just gonna go ahead and use that as my eyeliner today. So just from first impressions, I don't feel like it's really black. It's more like a gray. And I feel like it is okay, like for the price you pay for it, like it's pretty affordable, but I just feel like there's so much better alternatives out there. Like, yeah, so I feel like it's just way too light. I want it to be like super dark. So I'm gonna actually go into my STILA Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. So I just want you guys to look, and if you guys can see a difference, like the STILA one is on my left, your right. And it's super black, and it was so easy to glide on. The only thing with this is I don't really like the felt tip at the end. It's just so long, but like it's so pigmented. Alright, now that my eyeliners match, I'm gonna go into the BALM's SCUBA Water Resistant Black Mascara, and this one's actually, I think, pretty new, or at least it's new to me. I got it at the Gen Beauty San Francisco. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this mascara. So for my first impression on this, the BALM SCUBA Water Resistant Black Mascara, I think I did a really good job in separating my lashes. I don't really think that it really lengthened or volumized. So moving on to face, I feel like there's so many face products that I want to use today. One of them being the Jouer, the Duo Bronzer, and then the Too Faced and Natural Face palette as well. So maybe I'm going to use a little bit of both. So I'm going to first go into this lighter shade right here called Sun Kiss. And I'm going to use my Royal Langnickel multi-purpose powder brush and just use that as my bronzer. So it doesn't look like it's too warm. Like you can see there's a little warmth in it, but I don't feel like it's too warm, like right off the bat. Was the Sun Kiss shade. I'm going to go into the deeper shade called Sunset, and I'm kind of using that as my contour a little. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of place it there and kind of blend it in. Yeah, so that's actually really nice and soft. Like it feels and it looks so smooth on my face. Like I feel like this formula is so soft and creamy, and it just goes on my face so easily. So, okay, I want to go back into that Sun Kiss shade right there, the lighter one, and I'm just gonna contour my nose. This palette also does have 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, and then 2 highlights as well. I'm gonna go into the blushes, and I think I'm more gravitating towards the Pink Sand one. I just feel like the Pink Wink one is just way too vibrant and pink for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up Pink Sand and use the beautiful mirror in here. So they do also have these 2 highlighters right here, but I actually want to go into these highlighters. There's these 2 Jouer highlighters as well, and one is Tan Lines, which I feel like will be way too deep for my skin tone. And then I have this one called Skinny Dip, and it's similar to the Duo bronzers. They are so creamy. When I swatched it, I was like, wow, that formula is so creamy. So I'm gonna actually go into this one. I want to go into this one. Yeah, this one's called Skinny Dip. This one looks more like golden. It kind of looks actually kind of peachy and kind of has like a hint of like pinky gold in there too. It's great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick this up. Yeah, it's just so like creamy, and I just feel like the formula is just so like soft. Like I feel like this formula really reminds me of like the Becca highlighters, where they're very creamy and they're beautiful, and they definitely can build up if you want it very blinding, or they can be a little bit more on the subtle side, just depending on how much you apply and obviously if you blend it into your... Alright, so for lips today, I'm gonna also try this Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip Velvet Finish. This is in the shade All Natural Nude. This is also another lip product that I received from the Ipsy Gen Beauty event in San Francisco. Yeah, so first of all, I really like the packaging. I think they did an awesome job. It looks very luxurious. And I like the fact that you can actually see like the shade, what is it? And even the brush tip, like it comes to like that like point at the end. I think it'll make it really easy. I feel like I can see my upper lip underneath this lipstick. I do feel like it's a very pretty, like a lightweight feel. Like I really like the feeling on my lips. It doesn't feel like a traditional matte lipstick, which I'm guessing that's not what it's supposed to be. It says velvet, so I'm guessing it's supposed to be more comfortable. But I feel like if you have darker lips like me, like my upper lip is much darker than my lower lip, I can still see through it. Definitely, I think maybe go in with like a lip liner, or maybe that's something I should have done first. Alright, so for lashes today, this one's not new, but I did restock on this. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some Lilly lashes. This is supposed to be for the Sephora collection in the style Miami. Alright everyone, this is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoy watching first impression videos and you would like me to continue making these type of videos. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!